My name is Harry. I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here. Today is May 1st, 2022. It is 3:52, 4 p.m. I have the house is quiet, and I decided to just edit whenever, not edit, record while the house is quiet. So whenever I have time, I'll edit. But I came across, let's go on Twitter. That was the last prayer that I did on my last video. Let's go on Twitter. There's something I want to share with you. All right. I came across this and I thought I'd share it with you. And this is why I tell on my other channel to subscribe here, because sometimes there are tweets that are very interesting, but they don't relate to the Sussexes, and I want to share them with you, and I throw them on this backup channel. All right, so let's get to it. I didn't read it yet. The minute that I saw it, I started reading it, the headline, and I said, let me bookmark it for me to share, and when I'm ready to when I have time, I could record, and so my ideas, my opinion could be there. Because if I read it already in advance, I don't have anything to say. So let's see what's going on. Okay, that was April 29th. Okay, You're Oprah Winfrey, and I wasn't going to have you died on me. Okay, ahead of a new document about racial inequities in healthcare, the TV host opened up about her own experiences, including the time her celebrity hurt her. Her celebrity hurt her. Interesting. Okay, at Oprah, open up. So that's Los Angeles time. At Oprah, open up at Marissa A. Evans. Okay, Marissa. Okay, health reporter, illustrator, Baker, California, love travel, film. Okay, so they tagged them, okay, Oprah and this person, about navigating the pandemic, the biggest misconception she had about racial health disparities, and reflecting on how her privilege has shaped her healthcare experiences for better and for worse. Okay. Quote, I don't recognize a country where you've lost nearly 1 million people and there hasn't been some form of remembering, end quote. Winfrey says of the pandemic, quote, who are we that there is no acknowledgement profoundly in our society that we have lost our loved ones? Okay, a doctor told Oprah to embrace hunger. What? Embrace hunger, how it changed her view. Ahead of a new documentary about racial inequity in healthcare, the TV host opened up to the Times about her own experience. Okay, should I just go in there? Is that the same thing they're repeating? Yeah, they're repeating the same thing. All right, there's Maritza now. They had tagged her in here. Where was it? And here, this is her. All right, they had tagged her here. There she is responding here. All right, what does this say? Winfrey executive produces The Color of Care, a documentary about how COVID-19 has exposed racial inequities in the health system. The film features interviews with families of color who have lost loved ones. Oh, I remember there was this doctor, a black doctor. I think she was, where was she? What state? It's either Tennessee or Texas. A doctor who happened to caught COVID. She recorded herself. She died, by the way. She died. Recorded herself saying how her treatment was, how they ignore her, and all of that. And she was a doctor, by the way. I share a lot of things with you. Which channel did I put it? I don't think it's here. I don't think I had this channel yet. Probably on Pure YTE. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I spoke to Oprah for LA Times, so she was the one who interviewed her. Okay, about executive producing Smithsonian chain and the color of care, the pandemic, and her reflection on how her privilege has shaped her healthcare for better and for worse. Thank you, Miss Winfrey, for being so kind and candid. All right, LA Time. Okay, how did this interview with Oprah for LA Time come about? She read my essay about my father's death. Okay, that's good to know. She noted she is the same as he was where birthdays are not a big deal, but she was struck realizing he died on her birthday. Wow. Okay, so they don't really celebrate their birthday. And okay, I see the connection. Maurice's father, when it comes to celebrating birthday, they don't really want to do that. I don't really like to celebrate my birthday as well. And then the other connection that Oprah find and her father is that her father died on Oprah's birthday. That's the thing. Okay, so that's how they get the connection. Wow. Okay, the way we lost black men never makes sense. Losing my father, okay, I guess to COVID. Marissa Evans' father began 2022 eating apple pie and feeling like it would be their family year. He died of COVID-19 before the end. Okay. Let me bookmark it. Maybe something I could add here. All right, so let's read this. All right. Now we know how she came to interview her. Okay. Will I be able to do that? I don't think I'll be able to read it. Let me see if I could fix some stuff and come back.
A few moments later.
Okay, so the LA Time article, I cannot read it unless if I subscribe. I don't read it often, so I'm not even gonna subscribe. What I did is that I'm gonna leave the link in the description. You guys go check the LA one. But what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna share the Yahoo version of it because it seems like they're talking about it. All right, and that link will also be in the description. Depend on how long it is. I may not read all of it for you, and I probably will read the rest on my own. Depend how long it is. Let's see. Oh, it's not that long. Story continue. Maybe I'll read whatever's there, and you guys could continue. All right, let's see here. This is the Yahoo version. Oprah says doctor who misdiagnosed her said she didn't want the legendary talk show host to die on me. Wow. Okay, April 30th, 2022 by Hannah Getterhan. Okay, doctor misdiagnosed Oprah's thyroid problem as a heart issue in 2007, Winfrey told the Los Angeles Times. Winfrey confronted one of the doctors who told the television personality, quote, "I wasn't going to have you die on me." Okay, the interview was to promote her new documentary, quote, "The Color of Care," end quote. Oprah Winfrey spoke out about how medical racism and access to healthcare impacted her own life, including the time a doctor misdiagnosed a thyroid issue that caused heart palpitations. Okay, quote, and she said, quote, "What was I going to do? You Oprah Winfrey, and I wasn't going to have you die on me without having done everything I thought I could do," end quote, Winfrey told the Los Angeles Times. So, yeah, she's repeating what the doctor told her. Okay, Winfrey said she thought the doctor had acted irresponsible. Interesting. Okay, quote, "And I also thought for the first time, I can see now that when you show up and you're a known person, although everybody seems excited to see you, they're also nervous because they've got to also cover themselves," Winfrey said. I see what she's saying. Okay, Winfrey spoke about her experiences as a black woman when dealing with the healthcare system. The 68-year-old talk show legend said being a celebrity accessing healthcare had its drawback, but also its advantages. Quote, "I noticed that things changed for you when you are a person who is known. You get the doctor's appointment. You don't have to wait in line. You don't have to deal with a lot of access delays that other people have. And so I have lived this life of privilege and advantage and then been exposed to the best of healthcare." The interview was partly to promote a documentary Winfrey is produced called The Color of Care, which tackles racial health inequalities. In the U.S., racial disparities lead to a lower quality of healthcare and death due to preventable diseases. During the COVID-19 pandemic, people of color and lower income people were more likely to contract and die from COVID. Okay, I'm curious. Oprah Winfrey said she was inspired to produce the film after learning of Gary Fowler, a black man who died on his couch after being rejected from 3 emergency rooms for COVID-19 symptoms. Okay, so that's that lady father who did the LA interview with Oprah. Okay, Winfrey also revealed during the interview that she had stayed in her home for 322 days straight during the pandemic and will continue to wear masks as a precaution. Read the original article. So, all right. So I put the LA link in the description. You guys could check it. That's very interesting. Okay, so that's it. I just wanted to share that with you. And unfortunately, I cannot read the LA version because I think there's more detail in it. If I want to, but I don't read the LA Times that often. All right, they probably have some very good stories, but I don't read it often. I have enough thing on my plate. So yeah, at least you know it's there. The link is in the description. You guys could always check it yourself. All right, so that's it. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and that's it.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.